You dream in color. Some guy in the 1800s probably dreamed in sepia because that's all his brain had seen. Blind people dream too. This confuses everyone, including several scientists who have spent entire careers arguing about it in academic journals like it's a custody battle. Here's the setup. If you've been blind since birth, your brain never got the visual starter pack. No sunsets, no faces, no seeing your own reflection and regretting the haircut. So logically, dreams should be a black screen. Roll credits. Show's over. Except that's not what happens. It's weirder. Researchers went digging through dream journals, actual archived dream reports, some over 100 years old, because apparently people have been writing down their weird 3 a.m. brain content since before Wi-Fi existed. They compared dreams from congenitally blind people to dreams from sighted people. The blind dreams had way more sound, touch, taste and smell packed into them, like statistically dramatically more. Sighted people dream about what things look like. Blind people dream about what things feel like, sound like and apparently taste like, which raises questions about what's going on in some of these dreams. So the brain doesn't leave a blank space where vision used to be. It just fills the empty real estate with everything else it's got. Sound moves in, touch moves in. Its less screen goes black, and more vision moved out and 4 roommates took over the lease. Now here's the part where scientists start throwing chairs at each other. Some studies say congenitally blind people have zero visual imagery in dreams. None. Not even a flicker. Other studies, using actual EEG machines strapped to sleeping blind participants, found visual brain activity happening during dreams. And in one especially chaotic set of experiments, blind participants reportedly described visual content from their dreams and then drew it, on paper, with a pencil. People who have never seen anything in their life, producing sketches of things they saw only in their sleep. Researchers found a correlation between how much visual activity showed up on the brain scan and how vivid the person's drawing turned out. Nobody has fully explained this. It just happens, and then it goes in a PDF that 6 people on Earth have read. 2 groups of very serious people with very serious lab equipment, looking at very similar situations, arriving at completely different conclusions. This has been going on since the 1960s. That's longer than some countries have existed. At this point, it's less a scientific debate and more a decades-long group chat where nobody has left. Meanwhile, if you lost your sight later in life, say after age 5 or so, you likely still get visual dreams. Faces you remember, places you've seen, your childhood dog. And the longer you had sight before losing it, the more visual your dreams stay, sometimes for the rest of your life. Your brain apparently keeps a visual archive and refuses to delete it, like a phone that's out of storage but won't let you remove the 4,000 blurry photos from 2019. There's also this detail that deserves more attention than it gets. Blind people, in dreams, don't just replay what they already know. They construct entirely new spaces, places and people they've never encountered, built out of nothing. Which means the brain isn't a camera playing back old footage. It's more like a contractor. Doesn't matter if you've got the raw materials or not. It's building something overnight regardless, and it doesn't ask for your opinion on the floor plan. This tracks with something else researchers have found while people are awake, not just asleep. Give a congenitally blind person a sensory substitution device, basically a gadget that turns a camera feed into sound patterns. And after some training, their brain starts lighting up in the visual cortex when they hear the sounds for faces, or the sounds for letters. The part of the brain that was supposedly for seeing just gets repurposed for whatever job shows up. It doesn't sit there unemployed. It clocks in for sound duty instead, which makes the whole dream mystery a little less surprising. This brain was already moonlighting. And here's the twist nobody orders with their dream science. Blind people report more nightmares than sighted people do. Noticeably more. Researchers think it's because navigating a sighted default world involves way more threatening, stressful moments, near misses, disorientation, staircases that appear out of nowhere, other people's carelessness. And the brain, being a diligent little horror director, saves that footage for later and screens it at 3 a.m. without warning. There's a bonus fact here too. About 40% of congenitally blind people are estimated to have perfect pitch. In the general population, that number is a rounding error, a fraction of 1%. So while one part of the brain is arguing about whether it's allowed to see anymore, another part quietly became a musical genius out of sheer spite, and nobody even gave it a participation trophy. So what actually happens when a person blind from birth falls asleep? Based on the current, extremely divided, still fighting in academic journals evidence, the brain doesn't render a picture. It renders an experience. Sound has weight, touch has geometry, smell has a plot. Somewhere in a lab, someone's PhD is writing entirely on whether that experience occasionally includes a picture too. It's not a lesser dream. It's a differently built one, put together by a brain that never once waited around for permission to fill in the blanks. Nobody's fully agreed on the answer. Which is, honestly, the most on-brand ending a video about dreams could possibly have.